I didn't feel good about it, but what's done is done. And now I'm lying bleeding on the floor. I put a bullet in his head. There was no hesitation, but you made it easy when you strapped his body to a chair. So say goodbye to everything you ever knew before, and I'd understand if you went running out the door. And I'll keep you safe, and no harm will ever come to you, I swear. And I'll kill if they even dare. I'll kill, I swear.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I fucked up the music thing.
How you doing, Your Highness?
I'm great.
Good.
Welcome to the most inconsistently recorded podcast that you'll ever see.
What?
Listen, we don't record every week like we're supposed to be.
Well, that's our rule. Welcome to Michigan Murders and Music, where we discuss murders in our gorgeous state and top it off with a little homegrown music here in Michigan.
Leaving you with a happy ending and on a good note.
And thank you for allowing us to seep into your ears.
Right down into the ear canals.
We have new listeners.
Dangling from your ear balls.
Matthew Zimmerman.
Hey, Matt Zimmerman, we know you.
Tracy.
Danica.
Knight Rider 75.
Matt Man and Mary Lou. Thank you for listening and thank you for following.
Old school listeners include Michigan Milkman.
Totally super cool dude.
Not my dad.
Always on the road. Stay safe on the road. Scary. Danielle.
Ska Dad.
Garrett Nessel.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Zach.
And Ms. Froggy.
Mm.
Boot,
Cool.
do you have an explicit
Oh, my God.
content?
Yes, I do.
Because I almost ended up in jail.
It was pretty close.
I mean, it wasn't that close, but
If your
God.
kid decides to play bouncy ball in a
not bouncy
store.
ball. It was a fucking basketball, bro. Move your beer.
at a Five Below store,
I
making everybody pissed off inside the store because it's annoying.
I'm the only one that fucking spoke up on behalf of everybody. You're welcome. You're fucking welcome.
I happened to walk up right at the last minute from
I
a
never
different
speak
store.
up either, and I was feeling like shit that day. You know what I said to this kid? Right out loud. Oh my God. I said, stop bouncing the fucking ball in the store. This isn't your goddamn house. And he
Go do it in your own
stopped
living room.
bouncing, and I shit you not. This is hand on my mom's grave. This is the truth. I turned around and said straight out loud to myself, because nobody else was around anymore. I said, God damn it. You just turned into that fucking old lady.
That lady.
And
But
then
seriously, go bounce your ball in your own living room.
And then 15 minutes later, the father had the gall to say, as I have hand on door to exit the store, he finally has the balls to say, I think you should bounce the basketball, son. Slow motion. I turned slow-mo and about lost my goddamn shit.
That's our society.
Sir, no, your son shouldn't fucking, maybe you should take your son to the park. I'm just saying. I'm gonna shut up.
Yes, please do.
Oh my God,
so that was
made
the
me
explicit
so
content
mad.
warning. Oh, in addition to that, our female host across from me is going to say naughty words
Female host.
repeatedly.
Are you saying I'm a bitch? Listen, he shouldn't have been bouncing the fucking ball in the store.
Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda, you're not listening to me. Throw your ass out with the fucking gay ass dad that didn't have the balls to say anything to this bitch.
The son had one. He was bouncing it all in front of you and stuff. We would like to keep our podcast commercial free and independent.
It's not going to happen because I keep acting a fool in
So,
public.
If you are feeling tipsy, head to the description and hit
And
up
also,
the Feeling Tipsy jar.
I just don't put out content as good as I should.
No, you're
Feel
fine.
sorry for me, people.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up.
But you can do us a favor. You can rate our podcast. Go anywhere and just rate it. I don't care how many stars you give us. Just give us some stars.
Yep.
We asked
And follow
AI
us.
what it thought of us the other day, and I think it gave us a solid 3.5 stars. I was like,
It's better than
and it said, and then it boosted our ego right after that and said, yeah, but you do you because you're in a niche. Like, that's great for, excuse me,
we got
sir.
positive reinforcement
you just
from
shoved positive
someone who doesn't
right
exist.
after negative right up my ass.
It's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Her Highness is going to keep going back to this AI dude because
He's my best
boosts
friend.
her little ego.
Well, nobody else
When I
will
say
fucking
little,
do
I mean-
it.
okay.
Nobody else will fucking do it except for myself and my friends.
Your Highness,
What?
do we have a happy ending?
Electric Bug out of Detroit. They're pretty fucking good.
Out of Detroit.
I think you're going to like them.
Helping Hand is the name of their song.
Yeah. Speaking of helping hands.
Yeah? Oh, throw one
it's a
up?
perfect segue.
Alpena, which is like way up here. If your pointer finger was part of Michigan, it'd be like right in that area.
Yeah.
Okay?
Your pointer finger
there.
is a
If your
part
finger
of
was
Michigan.
really
What
long,
the fuck are you talking
You'd
about?
be in Canada. I mean, if you had
well,
like one of those.
if you've got fingers like that, you should be a porn star for fuck's sakes, because you're banging the ladies, banging the ladies.
I
Oh,
get it.
I don't know where that
Oh,
came
that was
from.
weird.
God, where did that come from? I'm sorry.
I feel a little uncomfortable.
Sorry.
Gynecology would have been a better option than porn.
Brad Adam Srebnik.
Michigan DOC number 662919. Date of birth 6/19 of 1986.
He resides at Bellamy Creek Residential Center.
Currently, yes, which
Prison.
is in just
Yeah.
west of Ionia. I think it's still part of Ionia. I'm not really sure.
I do not know. Brad's records of things that he was actually caught doing. It's conducting criminal enterprise. May 1st, 2007. He was sentenced November 15, 2007, and he was discharged September 3rd, 2009.
Accessory after the fact to a felony. I have a hard time pronouncing the name of this county.
Montmorency.
Montmorency. It's just east of Gaylord. You did it.
First try, bro.
Date of offense, August 17th, 2011. Sentenced May 11th of 2013. And discharged July 20th of 2013.
Stolen property more than $1,000, but less than $20,000.
Montmorency County. Yes.
You're so proud of yourself. Date of offense was May 2007. Sentenced November 2007. Discharged November 2007.
Cell phone or wireless device possession by a prisoner, Montmorency County. This is another charge.
How did he get it in there?
It's in his butt. Date of offense,
Fisting
July
it.
13th, 2013. It makes you walk funny when you get your fist in there.
Also, speaking of fisting it, Brad has so many tattoos, right? And I was looking through them, and my favorite one is on his fist, and it says,
Tighten the F up.
no, it says tighten the fuck up
Yeah, they understand.
on the fist.
Why would you have that? Oh, and
He
apparently
also
he's
has a 1% tattoo on his neck. You just shush. You go on about the next MDOC dude that we're talking about. This is a two for you guys. You get two idiots in one show.
It's
This is
amazing.
rare. It's rare.
Usually
It's going to
you get
happen
us two
right
idiots.
here. Yeah, so you're actually getting a cuatro. Four. Uno,
Oh, you
dos,
speak
tres,
Spanish?
cuatro.
Joshua Wirgau, Michigan Department of Corrections number 662941. Date of birth, July 11th, 1987. He resides at Kinross Correctional
It's King Cross.
Facility.
You always say it wrong.
I do.
Maybe it's because my brother Ross is coming through to you. He's a ghost now haunting us.
So that's this facility is just northeast of Rudyard in the UP. It's way the fuck up
It's
there.
way up there.
Yeah, just off of Interstate 75.
Well, he's been busted for criminal sexual conduct in the second degree. Multiple variables. I don't know what that means. I don't want to know what that means.
Date of offense is May 1st, 2008. Sentenced May 4th, 2009. And discharged April 2nd, 2024.
He also had a weapons felony firearms charge. Date of offense was November of 2021. He was sentenced in April of 2022. He was released November of 2023.
This dude sports loads of tattoos, and you already gave a shout out to the one on his hand that says Titan.
No, this is the other guy.
Oh, yes.
They have matching tattoos, Boot.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Can we get Tighten the fuck up on our fists? Because, I mean,
you need to feel that around your wrist when it's, you know what I'm talking
when
about.
you're fisting me?
Mm.
I mean,
yeah.
Oh.
And he also has a tattoo that says Fucklife.
Dude, I am
across his
looking
knuckles.
for knuckle tattoos. I've been trying to figure out what I want. I think that's it. Fuck life.
That's classy.
Bro, don't you think?
Oh, yes.
I think it'll look. Who wants to do it? Who wants to do it for me? Is say fuck.
Across his lovely abdomen, which isn't a six-pack. It
Bro.
reads, girl.
He's
Girl. Plus 4 different cowgirl tattoos. The best one is the rebel flag with the money sign, the dollar sign, and a skull.
This is all we need to
guy's
say. Can we just end it
upstanding.
right here? We'll just end it.
Upstanding young
That's
man.
all we need to fucking say about this guy. That's all we need. He's got girl across his fat ass gut. His gut is not at all pretty. Sorry, but it's a biggin. And God, I love this man. I'm gonna leave you for this man right now. I'm going.
Okay.
Going to the UP.
Alpena is a beautiful little town that currently sports about 10,000 people. I thought it was
If
bigger.
I'm not
You thought
mistaken, was
smaller?
it Elpida
thought it was way
where
bigger.
some of the murder party people are from?
I don't
I'm
know.
almost positive, but I'm not.
Could be.
Not totally.
Never been there. According to the police department and the local drug enforcement agencies, it's a real humdinger of a drug town. Humdinger, I don't know what that means. Due to the ease of a highway access, I'm pretty sure loads of towns have this problem with
I know.
with or without
why
a busy
are they, like,
roadway.
There's a busy expressway, so it's definitely a
Well, I-94 is considered like a drug corridor.
because
Detroit to
I know they consider all of them drug
Chicago.
corridors. I don't understand why. I mean, back in the day, they took back roads before there was any major drug roads.
The Huron undercover narcotics team,
Hunt has been working diligently in the area to get meth off the streets. Most recently, Boot.
September 2025, 56-year-old man with a pound of cocaine.
Give me your cocaine.
This arrest led to seizures of more cocaine,
Give me the rest of your cocaine.
4 pistoles,
I need
and evidence of drug
I need the
distribution.
energy help.
They have all the receipts and stuff.
They've got it. They have receipts for days, bitch.
February 2026.
They had a traffic stop where they found 80 grams of meth hidden in a dog food bag, along with some shrooms, some Mary Jane, and pills.
June 2025, drug bust seizing 42 grams of meth and 60
Oh.
grams of cocaine.
Cocaine. I love cocaine, but I don't do it. Brad Adam Srebnik was a local drug dealer and a thug. His latest business ventures were in the meth and the cocaine scene. He was dealing the meth like you wouldn't believe.
It was rumored, although never really proven, that he belonged to the Pagan Motorcycle Club.
From what I understand, that club is not out of Michigan, and it's not common for them to be allowed by our OMCs to roam the Michigan streets. That's just insider news from one of our listeners.
Interesting.
The biker gang affiliation would explain the 1% tattoo on his neck. But I have loads of questions because I never really connected them. Maybe he was just trying to be cool. Remember when we met a 1%er?
Oh, God.
Do you?
Yeah, I was so uncomfortable. I just wanted to get out of there.
You were too.
Just-
I was scared, enthralled, but he was so super nice that
super
I
nice.
couldn't be like, this guy's a dick, because he wasn't a
He
dick.
has no reason to come after us.
He didn't. We were just in a tattoo shop.
They are part of an outlaw motorcycle club, the OMCs.
Yeah.
They don't operate like the majority of the clubs do. I don't understand this, Your Highness. What are these? The OMCs.
OMCs. They're outlaw motorcycle clubs, and sometimes you'll see a diamond-shaped patch with the 1% in it. Others have a tattoo or something similar.
Like the Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, but not as good-looking. Damn, those guys are good-looking. The 1% sign actually comes from the mid-1940s, and it has a super long history. And I encourage people to look into the history of it because I didn't realize it went back that far. But their clubs are very hierarchical. Hierarchical.
So you have His Highness at the top or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, and they're usually involved in some
King Peter Puller.
Sketchy shit.
In the summer of 2021, there were a few people who were connected due to the drug scene. We had Brad Srebnik and Joshua Wirgau.
Yeah, they were selling drugs together.
Specifically meth and cocaine.
They were in business together. And Brad had a girlfriend, Abby Hill, and three of them were pretty good friends. And that summer they hung out.
Did all the same drugs that they all loved together.
Yeah. It was August in 2021 when the smiling, bright young lady, Bryn Bills from Mio, Michigan.
I never know how to pronounce that. Mio.
Mio.
Yeah.
I probably said it wrong. 50-50 chance. She went missing in August of 2021.
Ooh, just shy of her 18th birthday. That's when this happened. And she was living pretty transiently at the time.
Unfortunately, from what I read, she was tied up in the meth scene and hung out with the users and the dealers. She was kind of couch hopping and sleeping where she could.
However, she kept in touch with people. She didn't drop off the grid. She just was not living the lifestyle that her parents agreed with, obviously.
Yeah, but they kept in touch, so it was kind of weird when they suddenly just didn't hear from her anymore.
Her father went to the police for help midway through August, as nobody had heard from her since August 1st.
Yeah. He first offered up a $10,000 reward for any information regarding his daughter or her whereabouts, or what might have happened. And later, he actually raised it to $20,000, which is a lot of fucking money for any of us.
Yeah, it is. Like always, numerous fruitless tips came in, and they were all examined.
Yeah, you have to.
They did finally receive a tip that led them in the right direction, and they all led to Joshua Wirgau.
Bow, 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 Joshua.
Wirgau? He's trying to run.
During the time that the police were looking for Bryn, they had some activity from the group of friends that they were kind of keeping an eye on. By the group of friends, I mean Abby, Joshua, and Brad.
Late August, Crime Stoppers were searching for Abby Hill because she was evading a court situation.
Yeah, she had a warrant out for her arrest for failure to show up in court.
They did actually arrest her on September 15th, but she was out the next day. It wasn't anything serious enough to hold her for.
Yeah. On September 21st, Joshua asked their friend Bruce Kinsey for a ride home from his place on Naylor Road.
When he agreed, Joshua, Brad, and Abby all piled in with guns in a thick duffel bag, like a big black duffel bag.
It was hard to know if, I don't know. It was confusing.
Like something out of a crime movie.
They had a gun.
Kind of
Joshua pulls out a pistol, and he held it to the man's head and forced him to take them to the corner of Lacombe and Hacken Road.
So this says this is a 5-minute drive?
Yeah, definitely worth.
Pulling a pistol to somebody's head.
Hell yeah, bust a cap in his
Gosh
ass.
darn.
Give me a ride, bitch.
My
My papers are all upside down and backwards.
I could have gotten rides to work for holding a pistol to someone's head.
Yeah.
Jeez.
How do you not know that?
I
The investigation wore on, and the three of them continued their little drug fest until late September, early October-ish, when nobody could find Abby Hill.
In late September, Joshua would call on his buddy Bruce for a ride, yet again with a pistol.
Yeah, Bruce with a pistol.
Okay.
Not Bruce with a pistol, but the pistol to his head,
Okay.
I think. He dropped the three of them off at a wooded area behind the Wholesome Alpina plant where they said they were going to camp and avoid the police.
Michigan is a wonderful place.
There's so many places you can seriously just hide the fuck out. Really?
Nobody will find you for a
Remember
while.
when we were driving down Pine Island? I was like, that'd be a great place for a body. It's Pine Island Drive.
Yeah.
Everybody goes down Pine Island Drive. It's a busy as fuck road, but I bet your sweet ass in that,
It'll sit there
that
for
pond swampy
6 months.
area.
You can be in Hawaii or whatever.
Later, Bruce called the same guy to pick him up, and this time they didn't have Abby with them. But the guys were just like, oh, she left with some dude in a red car.
In a red car.
Totally blowing it off. Like, it's fine. Abby will be fine.
Well, going back to their place, they stopped at two different places to get rid of their cell phones and the pistol.
But Abby's, it's fine. Everything's fine. Abby left with a guy in a red car.
The three stopped at Wolf Creek and Thunder Bay River to discard of these items.
September 30, 2021, an arrest warrant was issued for Abby Hill in her connection for the armed hijacking situation.
So I can't do that.
This all happened
with a pistol,
so quickly.
Okay. September 27th, Joshua Wirgau was taken in on charges for the incident with Bruce, putting a gun to his head and forcing him for a ride.
Yeah, kind of got him
Kinda
arrested.
saying, I'll kill you if you don't bring me daddy.
Listen, bitch, let me get in your car. He was arraigned for he was arraigned for unlawful imprisonment and assault with a dangerous weapon. Jesus, Mary, spit it out.
He was being held without bond, and then they started drilling him about the disappearance of Bryn because they knew he was involved somehow.
Yeah, I think it was a good reason to haul him in. One day later, a search team, including numerous officers, a backhoe, and a warrant descended upon his property on Naylord Road.
Around 3:30 in the afternoon, the local prosecutor, Cynthia, oh goodness, I'm sorry, Cynthia.
Muszhyhnsk. And that was not a typo.
She was called to the property which was a sure sign that evidence was found.
Later that night, an ambulance would pull away with what we would later find out held the remains of Bryn Bills. She was identified by her tattoos.
Bryn Bills had been strangled, mutilated, and then buried on the property of Joshua Wirgau.
That's awful.
The medical examiner ruled her death a homicide.
Ugh. On Tuesday, October 5th, 2021, police informed the public that a missing persons report has been filed by Abby Hill's family. She's now been looped in with their suspicions of her involvement in Bryn Bill's death.
But Abby can't be found by the police or by her family, and they just start asking the public for help.
The police arrested Brad Srebnik on October 7, 2021, and brought him in on the same charges as they did Joshua, the hijacking thing.
Yep.
And then they received another tip, leading them to find the remains of Abby Hill.
She was found in a wooded area near the Lafarge Quarry.
Which I wonder is if that's the same place as behind the business I said earlier.
I don't know.
The medical examiner easily labeled her death as a homicide because she had been shot in the back of the head.
Ooh.
Execution style, basically.
Her body was found just 3 weeks after Bryn Bills.
That's insane. For what fucking reason?
Because they wanted to kill.
With the help of Joshua and Bruce, the details of the situation came out. The why of Bryn's murder, the reason Brad strangled her, has yet to be told. We have no fucking idea. Did he just get messed out?
Well, they spewed out a whole bunch of other stuff.
Lose his mind?
They told the police that Brad killed Bryn. Joshua admitted to running the excavation equipment rented by Brad to bury Bryn on his property.
It's insane. Insane. Joshua testified that he saw Brad shoot Abby in the back of the head. He testified that he was nervous that Abby was going to go to the police on them for the strangulation of the Youngburn Bills.
Both Joshua and Brad led investigators to find the cell phones and the parts of the pistol that were used in Abby's murder.
Yeah, they weren't able to charge Brad with the murder of the two girls until the following October of 2022.
He remained in jail for the hijacking charges and remains there until this day.
Okay, dive teams have recovered parts of the pistol believed to be used in Abby Hill's murder on two separate occasions and two separate locations in 2021 and in 2022. They also recovered the cell phones that were thrown in.
According to the Alpena News, the cell phones gave tens of thousands of records.
Tens of thousands.
They had to go through all that shit.
So many records. Listen, they're drug dealers. They've got people. Plus, there's social media on those phones. There's so many records on a cell phone.
I hope it doesn't include stuff they looked at while they were touching themselves personally.
Ew.
The trial of Brad Srebnik would be delayed a few times for this reason.
Yeah, because attorneys need time to read the tens of thousands of documents in the case.
Joshua would take a plea deal for helping to bring Brad in.
Unfair advantage.
His court staff His court stuff happened in February of 2024. He was sentenced to 30 years by Judge Ed Black.
Joshua's charges include 1 count of disinterment and mutilation of a body,
1 count of felony accessory after the fact,
1 count of involuntary manslaughter. What a fucking douche canoe.
In January of 2024, Brad Srebnik would finally be tried by a jury. The trial lasted 9 days.
A few witnesses, including a cell phone data specialist, took the stand.
Detective Sergeant Anthony Utt, that's kind of a cool name.
I know.
UTT is his last name. Anthony Utt testified about many things, but one thing that was found interesting was that he said it took 70 search warrants during his investigations.
Insane. I wonder how much a normal investigation takes, but I thought that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Srebnik says to this day that he is not guilty
of course
of any of this. He even planned to testify on his own behalf, but thought better of it and did not take the stand.
The jury deliberated for a whole 5 hours, and I'm sorry, when someone does their own testifying on behalf of themselves,
yeah,
it's just a disaster waiting to happen.
It's just drop the noose.
Yep.
Drop the noose and hang yourself.
Yep.
He did the right thing by not doing it. However, this pisses me off. Guess who didn't show up in the courtroom?
What? Who?
To hear the jury's decision.
I didn't read this.
Brad fucking pussy Srebnik, because he sat in his cell and probably pouted. They have the right to not be in the courtroom when they're sentenced I don't understand that.
I don't either.
Fuck you. You have to sit in the goddamn courtroom and take your punishment. That's a part of it, dickhole.
So while he was taking a nice casual nap, he was sentenced to life without parole. 2 counts of first-degree
change this law, please?
premeditated homicide.
No, why is he still in his cell? Drag his sorry ass. I don't care if you have to do it like a caveman did in the old shows. Fuck him. 2 counts of first-degree premeditated homicide.
1 count disinterment and mutilation of a dead body.
1 count of felony firearm.
1 count of felon in possession of a firearm.
And 1 count of being a ginormous fucking pussy because you couldn't go to the courtroom and take your shit.
Bruce Kinsley,
fucking twat,
driver that was held at gunpoint.
Oh, dude. Did you read this part yet? This is great.
Yes.
This is awful, but it's awfully great.
Bruce Kinsley, the driver that was held at gunpoint, was charged in 2022 with lying
Lying.
and interfering with a homicide investigation.
He was lying.
I guess he lied about locations in order to protect them.
Yeah, because they're friends. Friends put guns to your head and say, I don't know if they actually put it to his head.
Yeah, I don't know. Ultimately, Bruce was charged with
1 count of lying to a peace officer in a violent crime investigation.
1 count of perjury during a prosecutor's investigative subpoena.
Bruce pled guilty to lying, and that charge was dismissed. In return, he simply had to testify against his 2 best friends in the murder of Bryn Bills and Abby Hill. He has served his time and is now out on probation.
Your Highness.
You know what I didn't
This is
do?
messed up. What didn't you do?
Did I say what Brad was charged with? I did, didn't I? All right, he's in prison. He's in jail. That was a hard story for me to get through, and I don't know why.
It's a messed up
The
story.
timing might be wrong on it. It's weird because people were arrested, and then they were let go, but they were arrested for other things, but they were let go, and
We have a happy ending.
I'm so glad because this is exhausting. I want to thank everybody for continuing to listen to us and support us. What's
This
our
week's
happy
happy ending is a band called Electric Bug. Their song is called Helping Hand, and they're out of Detroit.
They are.
Detroit.
Here we go, Helping Hand.
We can all use a helping hand, so come on. We can all use a helping hand, so come on. We can all use a friend like you, so come on. We could all use a friend like you, so come on. And we all could use some love. Yeah, we all could use some love. Well, if you got any more, we can all find a friend in need. Come on. We could all go and give them something to do. But we all could give some love. Yeah, we all could give some love. If you got any more for me, about the only thing I need. Some more for me, about the only thing I need. We can all be a little bit better, so come on. We can all be a little bit better, so come on. And we all could be someone. Yeah, we all could be someone. If you give it a try, you know I believe in you. And if you give it a chance, you know I do.
Thank you for choosing Michigan Murders and Music. Please rate the show wherever you listen. Michigan Murders and Music is produced by The Boots. Episodes are researched and written by Your Highness. Edited by Your Highness. Views and opinions are the sole stupidity of us and us alone. Don't blame others, please. Listening to this podcast could quite possibly cause major problems to your earballs and definitely will mess up your kids. Permission has been given to us by the bands, and we purchase our music on Bandcamp.com. Support your local music scene and all local music scenes.